lovers, the best place to find the lovers at the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast and then we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the...
Hey, what is up, my buttercups? It is Amy and Jared, my love. We are going through it today. Not sure why.
What is that?
We have been in meltdown mode for the last like half hour, so I'm not sure what is going on. Go figure. Just as I started vlogging, the school teacher calls to tell me about the meeting today. I'm like, okay, we're on our way anyway. But yeah, I have no idea what caused it, but little man started in a meltdown mode that has been non-stop for like the last half hour, 45 minutes, and it's like, I really don't even know what triggered it or anything at this point. I have no idea. So, yeah, we're headed to this IEP meeting now, and honestly, I think the only thing I could think of that's changed is the fact this whole month of school, he's had half maybe the month, if that, to go to school. I mean, between like the Keystone exams and the half days, and on top of that, dealing with snow days and the Christmas holiday, and you know, the kids like had, I think maybe if he's lucky, like 7 full days of school in the last month, between half days and days off, and you know, and this grading day bullshit, it's got to stop. I'm sorry, excuse my French, but you know what? This people being able to have off because they have to do their job, that's just ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, so we're at the school now. We're just pulling in. So we'll see how this... Hey guys, alright, so we are done this IEP meeting, and of course it had to run over to the point where now we're going to miss our karate lesson that we have at 3:30. Yeah, it's just going to be one of them days, I think. So yeah, IEP meeting kind of sort of went well. I got to say my piece. I blasted who I needed to blast, because especially this transportation issue thing, that definitely needs to get tended to. I had that conversation with the superintendent of the school, ironically. Yeah, so he was actually pretty perturbed at the whole situation, and I told him, I said, this is ridiculous. I said, you know, it's one thing to have transportation problems, behavior issues to discuss and all that. That's fine and good. I said, but when you have no communication with anybody through transportation other than a third party that really doesn't do a lot of hands-on stuff with transportation, I said, it doesn't make any sense. And I explained to him what happened like before the holiday break. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can kind of look at my previous videos right before Christmas season hit. Yeah, the bus decided they were just not going to show up one day, and I'm like, that's real nice. So and that was like the last day of school right before the Christmas break, and we went through the whole Christmas break not even knowing if he was going to have transportation when we were done their Christmas break. So yeah, so I went through all that with this gentleman. His name's Charlie. I don't know who he is, but apparently he's like the head honcho over there. And I told him straight out, I said, you know, I don't know what wackadoodles you got, like, working for you, but you know what? I said, I understand people are busy and people have a school day to deal with and all that. I said, but you know, y'all got to remember, I said, I'm a single mom and I'm trying to work. But I really can't do that when you guys keep scrolling my schedule. And he was like, well, you know, he tried to say about trying to find a shift. And I said, when do you propose I work with no childcare? And he didn't have anything to say. He didn't know what to say about it. So, yeah. Just craziness. It should not be this hard, people. It should not be this hard. It's very simple ABCs. The guy that was so ignorant, this guy Tom through the transportation department, didn't even bother showing up. Gave us some bullcrap. Oh, he was busy in the office day. What is he busy with? They're off school all day. What exactly is he busy doing? Sitting there twiddling his thumbs? Seriously. So, yeah. And this other guy, Peter, there's like so many people that's got their fingers up in this problem with the transportation. You don't even know who's doing what and who's dealing with what. You know, it's just, it's ridiculous. And I'm just getting tired of it. And that's why I pretty much said to him, I said, I don't know what the problem is, but you all got to resolve it somehow. I said, because I can't keep doing this with my job. I said, you know, Not many jobs are going to sit there and, like, accommodate when you can and can't show up at work. They're given a shift, you go to work. And that's how it usually is supposed to be. And I said, I don't think you would be doing good at your job, would you, if that was the case? And he really had nothing to say about all that. He was like, oh, well, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But, yeah, so we missed our karate lesson for today because the IEP meeting went over.
What does that mean?
So we'll just go on Friday, our normal time, and then we have to do our makeup class next week. So it's crazy. And I feel bad for the teacher because I'm like the karate teacher because I've rescheduled him like 2 or 3 times now. I feel bad for the guy, and I apologized. I was like, I'm really, really sorry. I said, this is kind of like out of my control. He's like, don't worry about it. It's fine, He's a young man. He knows, he knows the situation and everything. So he knows I'm not just slacking, So, yep. So at this point, we're going to hit the Wawa real quick. And then we're probably going to head home. I guess I'll see. Hey everybody, it's Amy and Jared. Love. It is Monday evening. We have had a very, very long day. Right?
Right.
Yeah, you had a bad day today. Yeah, we have had a very rough day today. Little man. He has been on a rampage of consistently pinching and hitting himself and scarring himself up. And he's already got like marks on his head now. If you could see, he did that today. And I don't know. We are running out of options. I don't know what else to do to help him out. So we had our IEP meeting. I mean, we kind of sort of addressed everything. It's not everything really that we addressed, though, unfortunately. They covered the basic subjects, but I just feel like we walked out of there with absolutely nothing resolved whatsoever. I mean, we're still going to be dealing... We're still going to be dealing with Jared and his behavior problems and stuff like that. We're still dealing with all kinds of just stuff. Just ridiculous. And they've given us no solutions. No, I'm not expecting them to come up with a massive solution for, helping him. But I just feel like we keep running in circles and we're not getting answers. And it's just, we're climbing the uphill battle constantly. And Jared's the one suffering for it. I've tried a couple times to get him to calm down today or get him situated, and like any chance given, he just was banging his head all day and everything else. I don't know what else to do for him. I'm not going to sit there and drug him up, and I'm not going to sit there. I mean, he's already on medication, but now this medication that he's on, it's not even seeming to help him much. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of like lost without cause right now for this, so I don't know what to do for my little man, but hopefully all I could say is hopefully tomorrow will be better. It's a new day. So hopefully after he gets a good night's sleep and gets back on a decent schedule this week with school, hopefully we'll be able to get this stuff organized. Yeah, but nothing got resolved really at school. I mean, we sat there for 45 minutes of this IEP meeting talking about transportation, and it ended with this supervisor or whoever the hell he is, this guy Charlie, saying he was going to look into all the different options that were put in. And I'm like, you know what? This is what I was told 3 weeks ago. Nothing's gotten resolved. Like they really don't. Everything's such a standstill right now because this is the problem. He is having issues on the bus, hurting himself. Okay, we don't know what's triggering it. Don't know why he's been having the fits that he's having. He goes on this tangent where he starts smacking his head in windows and pressing his head into metal frames and all this other stuff and cutting himself. And it's not like it's, I don't know. It's something that's triggering it on the bus. It's something that's on the bus that's triggering it. Whether it be the bus is crowded, whether it's different kids on the bus, or I don't know. Maybe it's the bus itself. They put on the table as options of putting a pool noodle on the metal bar that's in the bus that he keeps banging his head on. They also suggested a 5-point harness. Honestly, I don't know if I'm really cool with that. I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be nice safety-wise, but one question nobody can answer is what happens you put him in a 5-point harness and God forbid there's a problem on the bus that he needs to get off and can't get the harness off. What then? What, do I have to possibly sacrifice my son's life to kind of make them feel better? I don't think so. I made the suggestion of about maybe getting a 101 to go with him on the bus. I mean, there's one aide and one driver on the bus. The driver can't be monitoring all the children's behavior on the bus. She just can't. She's driving a special needs bus with about 12, 13 kids on there, which is a small bus. And, you know, for 13 kids, it's saying a lot. But she has to worry about driving the actual bus. And she has to worry about driving safely and not being distracted. And that's what the aide is on the bus for. And the aide is trying, you know. The aide can... I mean, you're talking about an aide, it's a 1 to 12 ratio, which even in a regular classroom with experienced teachers and aides, you're talking, it's usually at the most, in this area anyway, it's like a 1 to 3 ratio. So you're asking one aide to tame the behaviors of like 12 different children on the bus. It ain't happening. So the only thing that would make sense is either to get him on a bus that has additional aides on it, or have an aide additionally put on the bus he's already on. Problem with that is, according to the school transportation system, their bus is full. Alright, so now what? So it's like, you know, it's always something. Like, there's no resolution here. Like, any suggestions you make, you get poo-pooed on. You know, they made the most ridiculous things. They're talking about putting a weighted vest on him. How is that weighted vest going to help him banging his head? That is not going to protect him for anything. And if anything, it's probably going to end up annoying him if I know him. Because we tried the weighted vest before when he was a little bit younger, and it just, you know, it just didn't work for him. It really didn't. Used to irritate him even more, you know. Yeah, so, I don't know. We got to just figure something out with this whole transportation situation. I addressed some of the educational stuff. Like I said, the one big thing was mentioning to the teacher, I said, you know, I find it funny, we're like in our 11th grade year and we're still working on 1st and 2nd grade homework. I said, I know Jared has limitations, and I know what his limitations are, and this teacher knows what his limitations are as well, or should know them. Yeah, so I don't know, but like, I mean, we're at home with our TSS worker. He's doing mathematics at home. He's doing like multiplication tables and stuff like that at home. Yeah, they've got him working still on 2 plus 2 in school. And they've been working on 2 plus 2 for like the last 3 years. And I'm like, you know what? We need to start doing better. It just need to start doing better. I said, this is just not acceptable anymore. So, but we barely even touched on any of that. I kind of told her, I said, look, this is what needs to happen. Whether you like it or not, kind of a thing. You know, and she more or less agreed, I think, just to kind of shut me up, is how I kind of felt. Get out of there. Yeah, so, little man, he's still going through it, so I'm going to probably just let him go to bed. He's tired, and honestly, I'm tired myself. I'm hoping to get this editing done and getting to bed early tonight, because I'm just exhausted. It's been a very, very long day. Very long, emotional, twisty day with doing the IEP meeting and the meltdowns and everything else we've been going through today. So, so I think we're going to end this vlog, right? Alright, so what do we got to do?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. And we like.
Right.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Favorite.
Favorite.
And say goodnight to everybody. And I will talk to you later.
See you later.
We're going to let little man get some sleep. He really needs to rest, I think. That's part of the problem. Stop pinching yourself. Stop. You already got your face so marked up, buddy.
Get it out.
He hates when you're interrupting his stims, but you know what? I'm tired of seeing cuts and scrapes all over him, or over his face and everything all the time. Yeah. So, alright guys. Well, on that note, I'm definitely calling it a night. I'm tired. It's been a very long day. So, we are now in day 13. Hey, maybe that's why. It's a 13th day of our Adpocalypse. Maybe that's why we're having problems. So, still kind of positive on that. Still grinding on that. That's, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. We're just going to hope to have a better day tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be a lot happier and won't be miserable. Oh my gosh. So, I guess I will catch y'all guys later. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I will catch y'all later.
Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room, and now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discover